those two bass. Oh! Yes! Right, we're recording. I'm trying to get set up as quick as I can. Yes, it's another winter nighttime session. So I don't know what you can see, what you can't see. That wind's pushing up a lot. Wind? That tide's pushing up quicker than I was expecting it to. So, might end up having to push back a bit before I've even got a rod in the water. Right, let's just do that now. I'll pull that back a little bit. I'm staying local, not going to say where I am. Because some people tend to get a bit upset when you start saying where you're fishing, because if they fish it as well, then for some reason the next week there's a lot of people there. Don't know why. Right, anyway, so haven't even put the video from last week up yet. Just been so lazy. Why am I missing a rod? Have I done that? No, I'm not. Right. That's okay then. Okay, so last weekend I did get out fishing. I just haven't put a video up yet. I haven't had time to sit and edit it together. Went to somewhere on the Antrim coast. Didn't blank. Didn't do spectacularly well. Certainly didn't do as well as I would have liked to have done. No fish of any particular note anyway. So, 3 rods. I've got the old tripod out with the yellow banana. We all know it's a soft rod, so we'll keep that fairly close in, I think. And then the stiffer rods, the Sonic on the Vicelli. I can chuck them a bit further out into the surf and see what's about. About an hour and a half to high tide, and then I'm going to fish it back as well. So I'm just trying to get set up as quick as I can in order to meet those targets. Times? Somebody can't talk today. Right. Okay, both tripods set up. 2 rods almost ready to go. Baits for tonight, plenty of frozen stuff. A little bit of fresh lug. I think to start with, we'll just small baits, small hooks. See what's about. Yeah, I did plan to go further afield, but by the time I got everything sorted, as typically happens when you're married, well, I'll just stick local. See what's happening on the local marks. And then Stuart who claims he watches these videos, so we'll find out. Stuart said, why don't you go to this mark? I'll have to bleep that out. Why don't you go to this mark, because there's a few of us fishing it soon, and you can let us know how it's looking. So, alright, let's do that then. There's some lights flashing over there. I don't know what that might be. Right, I'm trying very carefully not to blind the camera with my head torch. Everything said it was completely charged when I left today. So if anything bugs out, I'll not be happy. Right, that'll do for one. Need to wait for that. Let's hit both of those. And wait. Let's see, what's that? Might be too heavy for those rods. Yeah, let's do that. Right, let's do that. You don't know what I'm doing, doesn't matter. In fact, let's swap that weight for that weight. Oh, don't worry about me. I'm just a madman talking to myself on the beach. Okay. Got a weight on the bottom of that to keep a bit of tension on it. I don't know what to bait this up with yet. I think while we just get the initial setup out of the way, I'm going to go with some of those lug, maybe sandhill on the top. And then get a couple of bells ready, because you all love them, don't you? I love them, so it lets me know what's going on. Right. Does anybody particularly want to see baiting up? You all know how to do it, don't you? Those ones out. So all the frozen stuff is, I'll put you down here just in case. All the frozen stuff's in the cool bag, just to try and prolong the life of it a bit. And I've got one of these fantastic beach trolleys, which is great because I can effectively fish out with that and just keep everything moving. So I'm becoming a convert to this thing. One sandhill or two sandhill? Let's go double sandhill. I'm not shy on bait today. Double sandhill, get rid of that. I'll probably need the bait elastic. Probably need the bait elastic. Of course I'll need the bait elastic. Right, so I'm fishing a 2-hook flapper. Everybody knows what that looks like. Surely, right? So bottom hook, I'm going to go with some fresh lug, sorry. Get one of them out. Let's not be too picky, it's only for a flatty. That'll do. Oh, where'd that go? There you are. Right, and if you have problems trying to get them on the hook, you slap them down, they sort of stiffen up. And then you can just feed it straight up. Pull that over. Hopefully that'll stay there. I haven't got any bait stoppers for that. Right, and then top hook. 2 ways of doing this. if you've got a bait needle, feed that straight through the middle of your sand eel. Like that. Get your second sand eel if you're doing two. Elastic them on. Side by side. That's that. Oh, my elastic snapped. Rude. Still a little bit of wind. It said it was to die back today, but still a little bit kicking about this evening. If it keeps the surf up and it doesn't cause too many problems with the rods, we'll be alright. So that'll do it, and then I like to actually tie it off. Probably makes no difference, but that's what I like to do. Okay, and then on your hook, just feed that down a bait needle. At the other end of your bait needle, it's got a hole, and your hook will sit into it. So all I should have to do is feed that down and work it round the hook. And there we go, that's it on. If you're particularly bothered about the way it's sitting or it coming off, you can just bind it onto the hook a little bit as well. Lovely sized bait for anything out there. Okay, let's get that out in the water. What I need to do is get my bucket and my tea towel sorted out in a minute. Can you see? Do you want to see? You can't see Jack, can you? How far out should we go? I'm not going too far out. That should do. Just get it where that weight is holding, and that will do me. Bells on that, just for a bit of an indicator for the minute, and I need to find my lights. Right, so that's going to be a process, getting the rod set up. I'm going to turn you off while I concentrate on that, okay? I'll bring you back in a bit. Whew, okay. Conditions starting to get a little bit worse. The yellow banana is blown over, typical. The wind's not even that strong. And I've got the tripod angled with the wind, so it should be blowing straight down the rod, so it shouldn't have blown over unless there was a bit of weed on it, but it doesn't seem to be catching too much. We were getting a couple of rattles on the Sonic. That's the smaller rod. I don't know if you can make it out in the dark. It's got a red tip light on. Still getting a little rattle there. Looks like a flatty bite. And I'm absolutely roasting. I've had to take the big jacket off. Even with a little bit of drizzle there. Absolutely roasting after trying to get everything set up. Yeah, there's a bite there, I think. What I'm going to try and do is find it. I'm going to get the chest rig on, just so that we're fishing in the dark I'm trying to move the tripod about. Right, rather than moving the tripod about, we'll try moving the camera onto me, so to speak. See if that makes things any easier. Just have to unfasten all this. So first bait's in the water, all the rods. Now we've been getting a little tap there. Which way does this go? Excuse me while I try and dress myself. Certainly drizzling now. Just make sure everything's covered up. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Hopefully the mic's still picking me up. Excuse the light. Take this off of here. I need to get some more of these clips. That way I can just move the camera and undo everything. See, I can edit this out, or I can leave it in for anybody that wants to set up a YouTube channel and you can see what you're up against. Right. So it's the Sonic that's been snapping a little bit. It's just a bit of wave action, I think, at the minute. It is the only one making any noise. Oh, that's because the bells fell off this one. Let's get them back on. I haven't even had a cup of tea yet. Rods are in the water, I've not had a cup of tea. What's all that about? Typical. What do we think, eh? Seal a banana, so it could be anything. I feel like anything there now. You still there? There's the Sonic rattling again. Let's leave that a minute. We'll soon find out how that goes, won't we? Well, that was disappointing. Oh, look, a good bite. Probably a whiting. I'm going to say a whiting. We're running up and down the beach between these two rods. You got something or what? It's so hard to tell with that because it's so soft if that's a bite or. I'm going to bring it in just in case there's weed or something on it. If the bait's alright, I'll just lob it straight back out. Doesn't feel particularly heavy though, even on this rod. I think there's something there. Yeah, there is. We've got something. I forgot. Oh, it's a little schoolie. It's a little schoolie. Yes! Yes! Little schoolie on the sand hill. Yes! Little schoolie on the sand hill. Alright, you. Just hooked in the lip. Nice. Look at that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not even going to measure him. He's definitely not big enough to keep. There he is, look, there he is. He's away, straight away. Yes! That's so chuffed. That bait can probably go back out. I know I should probably change it for the scent and all that, but hey, I want to get that back out. Oh yes! First fish, little schoolie. Oh yes! Well, that sonic's definitely going again. I'm going to bring that sonic in. I just want to do the same again. It wasn't particularly far out. Just about there. So that sonic's not as soft. Let's get that on. Let's get the bells on. Little schoolie. Oh yes. Didn't feel like there was anything on, just right up until that last sort of 5-10 feet into the surf, and then it started to kick a bit. Perfect, absolutely perfect. What's going on here? We've got a bigger bait out on the Vercelli. Sats out with the pulley rig with squid and frozen blacks on. I think that could be a flatty bite. Certainly not pulling as hard as the other one did. I don't know. Doesn't feel particularly heavy. Not a bit of resistance coming through the surf there. There's no head shakes or anything. I'm hoping we've got a fish. I'll be happy enough for the flounder light. Come on. Where are you? I'm hoping I'm not all sick because I'm trundling this along the bottom, so there is that bit of resistance off the surf pulling on the rig. And then what I'm doing. Oh, it's just weed, look. That's a shame. Just weed. Alright, bring you back. I've got the red light on at the minute. I thought the banana was going again there. That tide is pushing up. How long have we got to? Oh, I haven't got my watch on. Damn it! There was a good rattle there. And it's just stopped. Well, compared to the other two rods, it's so soft. It's just dipping constantly, even under that wave noise. But it was definitely a thumping rattle. Maybe I should have changed bait. They're all reacting to that surf at the minute. Most importantly, I got my coffee! Soswell usually says, pour yourself a coffee and start getting bites. By the time you finish sorting it out, your coffee will be cold. Wow, that's nice. doesn't look anything here at the minute, does it? No, never mind. Probably got the camera on too late to be able to see the thump. And sometimes it back films a little bit. That wind's blowing on my back, that will usually tip the rod as well. Right, I had to replace the SD card there. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. It doesn't feel like there's anything on. No, we have got something. What have we got? Oh, it's another schoolie! 2 bass in one night. Slightly better size. All right, Spiky boy. Yeah. I think he's slightly better than the last one. All right, mate. Let's pop him down, he's not happy. Just hooked in the jaws again. Look at that. Thing of beauty. Spiky little so-and-so. Better than the last one, I think. Pop him in the bucket to recover a minute. Dry my hands. I want to get a measure on him. I want to get a photo of him. I do not have scales yet. I should really get myself some scales. So the yellow banana is out fishing everything, even though it's got the same baits as the Sonic. Happy days. Don't think it's going to be any bigger than that. There we go. And he is on 35. Right, I'm going to get a picture and then get him back. So I'm going to turn these off while I sort all this out, okay? Bye-bye. Right, I've got his photo. There he is, look. There he is. Look at me, he's gone. He's undersized, so back he goes. Yo, Stu Bass, yo! Yes! Are you going again? I don't know, it could be wind or wave, I don't know. Slack again. I hope it's not weird. It went slack again. I think I'm on the weight now. That's definitely noise. Stop teasing me! Any fish will do. might as well just leave it. I don't know why it's gone slack like that. Let's check it. I can always lock it back out. It's literally been out there 2 minutes. Again, it doesn't feel like there's a fish on. Oh, kick a net, kick a net, kick a net. There's something there. Oh my days! 3 bass! 3 bass in one night. What is going on? I never get this. Right. Easiest way to deal with this. Let's unhook him. Why have you tangled up here? Oh, this rod, man. This rod. There we go. Another nice bass. How big's this one? Yeah, unbelievably. That yellow banana is just out fishing the other 2 rods completely. Yeah, similar sort of stamp, 32. Another lovely little bass. Get another picture because the boys are not going to believe this. Wipe my hands quickly. Right. Let's get him back. There you go, little buddy. Yeah. 3 bass. Never in my life. Which isn't surprising because I've only been fishing like 6-7 years since I moved there. Woo! Okay, so that was literally out 2 minutes. That sand eel's barely even been touched. That one came in on the lugworm. So I'm going to leave that little strip of lug there. I'm just going to feed another one straight onto the bottom. No point stripping it off, because it all just adds to a nice little meal for whatever's out there. And you know what? If we're going to get a few more of them, I'm going to be happy. I would like to see a bigger one. So if I can get one that I can take home, I'm going to. And why not? I'm having fun now. I'm having fun. I'd have been having fun if I caught anything like, but 3 bass. Oh. Get the bells off. And that's not going far, that's going like maybe 30 yards out. And because I'm fishing 3 rods, I'm chucking it off over to the left. The Sonic's over to the right, obviously. And then even though the Chili's got a bigger bait and it's a lot further out, it's just straight down the middle. So nothing should tangle. That's the theory anyway. Right. The baits haven't changed yet. Sand eel on the top, topped and tailed, elasticated on. And just lugworm on the bottom, as you've seen there. Right, I need to check these 2 rods. They've had no action, but the baits have been out there long enough. Yeah, the baits have been out there long enough, so I need to check them. Probably get them freshened up. So I will see you in a little bit. Damn it! Just about to make myself a coffee and look what's going on over there. Can you see? Priorities. Coffee first. Rubbish in the bag. There's definitely something there, I think. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Should we go take a look? Hello, Mr. Yellow Banana. Why are you so popular? You got the same flipping baits on. I think we've got him. I think we've got him. Just winding it slowly, keeping the tension. Again, it's hard to tell with this rod. I could just have weed here. And the last two fish, I've not felt like anything until the last minute, but yeah, there's a little kick there. I think we've got something. Is it another silver bar? Oh yeah, come on. Oh, come on. It's another nice fish. Oh, come right past my tripod. Oh. Panic, panic, panic. Gonna unhooked. That looks a better fish. That looks a better fish. Flip me, what's going on today? I'm certainly not complaining. It is lovely to see these things in my area. Hello, Mr. Bass, on the lug again, right in the jaws. Watch them gill spikes. How big are you? 36. 36. Yep, 36. Oh, hello. I've got to get a picture. Right, I'm going to take a picture. I'm so happy. Can you tell? I don't know if you can see it. Getting a tiny rattle on the summit there. Could be a flatty bite. Or a whiting. Really quite drizzly. I've not even finished my coffee yet. So what's that like there? And turn that down a bit. Over that way. I don't know if it makes much difference. Sorry, folks. I think the harnesses are slightly better for the night fishing because at least you can follow me about with a head touch. I'm just going to switch to red light. Just so we're not putting anything off that's too close. Yeah, see a little rattle? I think a whiting or a flounder. It's not giving much away though. There it goes again. I'm just going to have a sandwich with my coffee. Not had time. I've got that rebaited and back out. The sandhill side of it was fine. I just put another lug right on the bottom. Just refreshing those baits rather than having to change a whole hook and strip the whole hook down. That's nice coffee. Oh. And it's still early. It's still very, very early. I plan to be here for a good few hours yet, so I'm really happy. If it goes quiet after this, I'll not be too bothered because I've had my fair quota of fish tonight. Nice fish as well. Right, I will say though, everybody is obsessed with bass. It's like, oh, you've got to get bass, bass are in. Why? I've got to ask why. There's none of the fish there put up a particularly good fight. Mackerel, pollock, coley, all fight far harder than the bass does. No, none of the bass I've ever had have fought particularly hard. I can understand it if you've got good scrap, but sea trout are far better fighting, mackerel are far better fighting, pollock will give you a better fight. Coal fish are one of the best fighting fish, I think. Yeah, the bass so far, disappointing. That weed's coming in now as well. That's not rattled anymore. Might leave it for a little bit. I'm in no rush to be changing baits. I don't have to. I've got 3 rods out. The Vicelli's been out there the longest, but it's got whole squid, as I said earlier, and lug on a pulley pennel. I'll maybe change it in a little bit. Yeah. Oh yeah. Give us a like and a subscribe, folks. It helps the channel. Hit the little bell icon, all that sort of stuff. If you watch YouTube videos, you know how it all works. But it helps the channel. The more likes and subscribes we get, the more it sort of gets advertised by the YouTube AI algorithm gods, whatever you want to call them. And I would like to grow it a little bit. Be nice, wouldn't it? Get over 1,000. Is it 1,000 subscribers and you get one of the YouTube plaques? Let's see if we can do that. I did plan on heading somewhere else tonight, but as I said earlier, with the weather and everything, I thought I'd just stay local, and if it's crap, I can get home quick. No point travelling an hour and then you get there and it's all weedy, or the wind's right in your face and you can't fish. Just a waste of petrol and bait and money and everything. Doesn't seem to be happening anything there, does it? Right. I'm going to turn these off for a bit. Obviously I'll bring you back if we see any action on the rods. The Sonic's not doing anything now, so I'll just bring it in, check the baits. In fact, I'll do it while I've got the camera on. Then if there is anything tiny on there, at least we've caught it on the video, haven't we? It doesn't feel like there's anything there. Big light on. You see the weed building up in the end of the rod there, and coming up the line. No, nothing there. Woo! Right. Change these baits, pull us back a bit. Some rods aren't getting wet. I'll see you in a little while. Whew. Right, okay. It's quieting down a bit. Oh, that's a great start tonight. Don't know where to put the mic now. Yeah, it's a great start tonight. Trying to get this mic fixed on. What's that, 4 bass? All around 30 odd centimetres. I'm chuffed to bits for that. As I say, not that I catch bass very often. I don't think they're that particularly hard fighting. Certainly very nice fish to look at, but there's other fish that I think fight harder. Starting to get a bit of weed building up in the water now. We're coming up on peak of high tide. I'm just watching the rods because there's a little twitch there. Coming up on the peak of high tide now, so tides should start dropping back. We'll follow it back a bit, see what happens. I won't mind picking up some flatties now, trying up the species a little bit. Even a dogfish wouldn't bother me now. Coley, pollock, pouting, anything would be nice now. We're sticking on small hooks. I did change the bait on the Vercelli and there was nothing left on it. So I've changed it up for a fishy bait. I'm just watching it there. Because it did come in with a bit of weed on. I think it might be tapping a bit of weed again. That's what's knocking it. The yellow banana's not fallen over yet, so I don't think that's picked up too much. And it's not had any more bites, so maybe the bass have moved on, I don't know. But what a start to the night. Got here for, I don't know, about 6 o'clock. And high tide was at... Stop rattling. Either bite or don't bite. High tide was at 7:30, 20 to 8, something like that. So we've just passed that point. So we fish an hour and a half up. We'll fish a couple of hours down. Yeah, see what we get. But I'm chuffed to bits, yeah. Okay. See you in a bit. I might put you back on the harness. I don't know. I don't know if it's any better for the night fishing, just because, like I say, you can follow with the head touch. I'm not having to drag a tripod about and try and get a decent light on it. What can you see if I move away? Barely a thing. Just about to see the rods in the distance. So yeah, we've got the 2 rods there. And then, well, that way you can't really see it. The other rod there. So we're fishing the 3 rods. And only one has caught anything. Despite having the same bait as the Sonic. So make of that what you will. Maybe the Sonic's casting a little bit further with the same weight, I don't know. I'm trying to get them about the same sort of distance, but it could just be where they are as well, because the yellow banana, that's off over to the left, and the Sonic's over to the right, and the Vercelli's straight down the middle. Right, enough talking rubbish. I'll see you in a little bit. Welcome back to the trig cam. Back in the harness, just like I said, just 'cause it's a little bit easier to see things. Just want to check these. Don't feel like there's any weed on it. Don't feel like there's... Oh, oh, oh. I definitely twitched then. You definitely twitched. Put you on the red light. That Sonic was definitely giving a rattle. The jelly keeps happening as well, but I think it could be crabs out there. There's nothing there. I think that's maybe picked up weed, you know. Look at it, big gobs of it coming up now. It's not what we want. Surf side back a little bit. No action on the roads. Let's check out Sonic. It definitely gave a little rattle and then it stopped, so it could be weed. Let's bring it in. See what's going on with. Check the weights. I don't know. It could be something. It could just be the way I'm dragging it on the ground again. I don't think there is. A bit heavy there. That weed. And we've got something. We have a weed fish and a whiting. First whiting of the night. The second species of the night. Maybe that's what the bass have been in after. Yeah, look at that weed. Okay. Weedy, weedy, weedy. Right. I'm going to have to sort this tangle out. At least we know there's something else out there. Both ways it's gone. I wonder, is the weed concentrating on this end? Maybe I'd be better off fishing both rods on that end, I don't know. Hey, we're alright at the minute though. We got time on our side. Right, nothing naffing about. Right, I'll turn these off, sort this out, see you in a bit. Just pulled in the Sonic just to check on that rattly bite. As suspected. A little whiting. Off you go, mate, nice and quick. Oh. Oh, for flip's sake. I thought that was all recording and it wasn't. I just pulled in a wacko weed and a nice flounder. And I thought it was recording, and apparently it wasn't. Damn it. Ah! Right, just a quick update, folks. So, get the microphone on. Hang on. And somebody clip this too. That'll work. Right. Brew time. Cheers. So we've had what, 4 bass, I think. Start of the night. This is we're getting to the peak of high tide. Once the tides started dropping back, bites have died off a bit. We've had a couple of whiting, had 1 flounder. I thought I'd hit record on the camera, but I might have missed it. I won't know until I play it back because I had to do a battery change and a memory card change. So, between all that, things may have gone a bit wrong. Coffee. So yeah, it's gone a bit quieter. Still fishing the same sort of distances, same baits. Nothing on the Vicelli, that's going out with pretty much whole sort of little tiny fish on. Like 2 or 3 sort of sand eel sized baits. Half mackerels, that type of thing. Nothing massive, big enough for dogfish should be able to take it, or anything obviously bigger. and they're just coming back in stripped, so there's obviously still crabs out there. Then the other two rods closer in, the Sonic's picked up a bit of a weed a couple of times. The yellow banana's outperformed everything. I could probably put the Sonic over there with the yellow banana and let them just both fish that side of the beach. But I want to cover my bases, get the angles covered each side. We've got far out straight down the middle with the big rod. And the two smaller rods just off the sides. But because the Sonic's fishing over to that side, there's a little stream, bit of a runoff. And I think all the churn from the water was just catching there, and that's where all the weeds catching it up. Is what it is. We've had a good night so far, and it's early. How long have we been fishing? What time are we on? Been fishing about 3 hours, so that's not bad. Not bad at all. But we'll keep going and we'll see what we're like with the baits. If the fishing picks up a bit, obviously stay a little bit longer. So high tide was 20 to 8, so low tide is going to be about 2 o'clock in the morning. I may not fish it if we're just getting no bites at all for the next couple of hours, then there's no point wasting bait, so I might as well take it back and chuck it in the freezer before it gets too defrosted. I'm keeping it all in a cool bag at the minute with a freezer block, so. Just a little rattly bite there, it could be whiting. That's on the Sonic. Not very committal though. If it turns into a whiting first, then it turns into a whiting first. Is what it is. I think that's the yellow banana now, just flexing in the wind. For those that don't know, the yellow banana is a nickname I gave my first beach caster, which is a, well, what's the brand? Lineaf. It's like a 40, 50 pound combo I got from the local bait shop when I first moved to Northern Ireland, just to get myself into fishing. And the reel it came with was absolute trash. That very quickly got changed. The rod itself is just very, very bouncy, very soft. I don't know, fiberglass or something, I guess. And yeah, no matter what you get on it, it just puts a real bend in the rod, which makes it a little bit fun, but it's got no real, backbone for casting or anything. So that very quickly got upgraded. So I've got a Bocelli and a Sonic black bass rod now. I like both of them. I just like fishing. Just like getting out and just like fishing. Talking rubbish on the beach. Anyway, yeah, reminder, give us a like and a subscribe, all that good stuff. I want to get the channel going. Right, I'll turn these off, stop talking rubbish. And I'll put you back on the chest cam just because it's easier rather than trying to pull the tripod about. See you in a bit. What do you think, folks? Fishy? Fishy? Looks fishy to me. But what's it going to be? Because we all know what this rod's like. It is, of course, a yellow banana. You can see weed on that as well. Weed on the Bocelli. Do not come off. Where are you? Does it come off? I can't. it's still there. It's another schoolie. No, it isn't. It's not a schoolie. It's a coalie. And there was me saying that you boys put up a better fight than a bass. How big's he? All right. 32 for the coalie. Let's get you back. Look at this. Who's throwing plastic bags in the friggin' water? Alright. There you go. Absolute animals. Right. He took lug as well. Sandal's not getting touched. Oh, I think that sandal can go back in. I might have to change this trace over. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to change that trace over. So I should get itself in a knot. Which means the swivel's not going to be doing what it's supposed to. Right, okay, I'm going to change trace with the same sort of baits. Got another species. I need another flatty to prove a quarter flatty. I'm still not sure if it was on the video or not. The Chelly's just picking up weird, I think. See it hanging off a line further out. Damn it. Right, I'm going to sort this out and then check the other two rods. Okay, so brought the Sonic in. Rig on that was a little bit tired and tangled as well. Changed it up to a Wessex rig. So Wessex rig, you've got zip slider there. So that bait can run freely. Lugworm on there, a couple of beads, just to try and get flatties in. And then still double sandil on the top. I'm going to bring the Vicelli in and then I'm going to cast that out, and I think I'm going to move the Sonic over to where the yellow banana is, just to try and keep away from that weed line that's over on my right. I may even just move the whole lot of rods down. So that's the plan anyway. I'm going to bring this in. Okay, so I brought the Vicelli that was on the pulley panel rig in. It's 10:30. We've not had any more bites, so I think I'm just going to call it a day. All the fresh bait's used up. The frozen stuff is in the cool bag. It should go back in the freezer just fine. Is that a rattle or is this the wind? What's going on with these two? So I'll just fish the flapper rigs out. Looks like a little twitch, but it's them little whiting again. They're just little pests, aren't they? They just don't like hooking up. Like some women on them. I'm not twitching now. So yeah, we'll fish them back. Start getting tidied up a little bit and get everything away. But it's been a fun couple of hours, hasn't it? Just looking bitey. It's not the banana, it's the Sonic. I've actually switched them around. So I cast the Sonic out and it started drifting left, so I just moved it over. Oh, don't tell me it's weed. It's either weed or a dogfish, or weed and a whiting. It feels like there's something on. Like I say, it could just be weed. But it looked like it was giving a twitch. On the bottom now, it's tragic. I think it might be a dogfish, it doesn't seem to want to come in. There's definitely some weight to it anyway. Come on, where are you? This was further out. Oh, it's weed. Weed and a whiting. Weed and a whiting. Okay. Well, we'll break this rod down anyway. Look at that. Ah, probably a good time to call that night if we're getting the weed in now. Yeah. You shouldn't have been so greedy then. Where have you put the hook? Get off. There you go. Another ting. And there's that line for the banana. That's not very far out at all. Bloody whiting, they never want to go back, do they? Come on in. Goes. Right, that's zeros to break down anyway. So yeah, if we don't get any more bites on that one, that's the end of the video. If I do get anything, I'll put a picture on, unless it's a whiting, then I'll bother. But it has been a lot of fun. Thank you for watching. As I said earlier, give us that thumbs up, like and subscribe. Oh, hello. Wait, that's that flipping whiting I've just put out. Let's keep you on then. So if this comes in, we'll just break it all down. Go on then, you were up then a minute ago. Nah, he's given up now, he's gone shy. Looks like whiting rattles to me. Come on then, what are you going to do? You're going to take the bait or what? Just be chewing on it, they'll just be picking little bits off. I don't think it's taking a hook yet. Just nibbling on it. There's the wind picking up, so that's why the board will be flexing on that. Wait a second, if we get another otter, we'll pull it in, see what happens. There's one tap. It gives a decent tap, come on. Let's try that. Just going to walk down the water with it. Just going to hold it a bit of tension, see if we can feel anything. Hold the weight free, but can't feel anything on it. I did feel a little vibration when I was pulling the weight free, but it doesn't seem to be there now. I'll just get it off. Just pull it in. Come on, let's have something there. Oh, another weed fish. Typical. Well, we'll end it there with some more weed. Hope we had a good night. It was a good start tonight. And it was fantastic getting out, and it's finished me on such a high for a Saturday night. So, thanks for watching. See you next time.